Familiar names at the top of the table over in Italy as Internazionale, of course, lead the line over in Serie A after 3 matches. But breathing down the necks are the likes of Juventus, Torino and Udinese. Who'd have thought that? We're going to take a look at it, all of it, next. That's right, folks, back once again with another video. Today we're taking a look at Serie A, game number 4 coming at ya. And we're going to give you my predictions in just a second. If you're new, when you're paying, smash your subscribe button. Your one-stop shop for Serie A is right here under Waruski. That's right, the champions leading the way. Can they be stopped? Can they be dethroned? But Juventus not too far away either. In fact, both sides are sitting there with 7 points, joined in good company by Torino and Udinese. But games are coming thick and fast over in Italy, and of course it could get a bit of a shake-up this coming weekend, and we'll talk about that in a minute. Big shout out again once again to the VIPs. You know who you are, the patrons, of course. If you want to help out as well, just check out the membership, the description down below, lots of links everywhere. Check it all out. But anyway, let's get into it and talk about the previous matches before we jump into the next ones. All right then, folks, here we go with a quick recap of match day number 3, I believe. And as you can see on the scores here, my picks are on the left, the real deal's on the right. Starting with Venezia against Torino, 1-0 winners away from home. Big win for them. Meanwhile, Internazionale with a 4-0 win over Atalanta. I went with a 3-1 win. Ain't too shabby. Meanwhile, Bologna and Empoli 1-1 draws. Is a bit of a surprise there. 2-0 winners in my eyes. Lecce with a 1-0 win over Cagliari. I went with a 0-0 on that one. Meanwhile, got this one spot on the nose. Lazio 2, Milan 2. Napoli also picked up a 2-1 win over Parma. I went with a 3-1 dwin. Fiorentina and Monza also duked it out to a 2-2 draw with Verona. Big up a monster win against Genoa on the bloody road. Then we have Juventus 0-0 against Roma and Udinese picking up a 1-0 win over Como. Oh no, Como. Of course, let's have a quick look at those are my picks right there. What about your picks? Let's take a little look at those over on the Super Brew. And as you can see, Liam VK with an impressive 15 points this past match week. Verona 77 also up there with 15, with Raymond Reddington breathing down the necks with 13.5, and the Weller Dog right there also kicking ass and taking names. I'm down there with 7 alongside Maka, C. Jeffrey, Jimmy Watton, all in good company. And then, of course, down the bottom, Clashman with a big fat wooden spoon. Imran Hussein, get your points in, brother. And what about the overall leaderboard? Well, it's Raymond Reddington kicking ass. Alex Weller also up there alongside him. Liam VK, big mover with 11 spots. And Summer 2018 up there with 4. Mexican Sniper, big mover as well, 16 spots up to number 8. I am in number 9, though, down. I'm going down a little bit, but hey, it's all right. It's all right. Clashman there with a wooden spoon, of course. We'll keep going, though. And we'll see how we get on this coming week. This is the current situation in the table. As you look at it, Internazionale are leading the charge. Juventus alongside them. Torino and then Udinese. Not far away, though, is Verona, Napoli. And then some surprise names. Empoli, Parma, etc., etc. in mid-table. Currently going down, though, is Como, Venezia and Bologna. Remember the Bologna, their Champions League? Bologna. Look at Roma. They're struggling. But hey, it's easy. Early days. You know, fine margins at the moment. We'll see how they get on in match day number 3. Now, don't forget the prediction league for the Super Brew is right here. It is 100% free. Get involved, get invested, and see if you can now predict us, the Prediction Kings. All right then, folks, at the top of the screen, on the screen right now, you should see the next round of games, and they are some absolute Bobby Dazzlers, including what we've got here, Como going to Bologna. We have, of course, Lazio against Verona, Milan against Venezia. Some real Bobby Dazzlers, but we are going to start with probably the game of the round, and that is Atalanta up against Fiorentina. That is right, taking place at the Gevice Stadium over in Bergamo, Italy. That's right, of course, big match for both these two sides as we look forward to it. Of course, Bergamo is the home of Atalanta. That's coming at you on Sunday, September the 15th. That's right. Played 55 times these two sides in 1995. 12 wins for Atalanta, 25 wins for Fiorentina. There's been 18 draws, of course. Atalanta managed by Gian Gasparini, sitting in 12th spot right now with just 3 points this season. Fiorentina got a busy old schedule with Europe on the agenda, sitting in 11th spot as well with 3 points, unbeaten in the last 6 matches. Last time around at this very venue, it was a 3-2 win for Fiorentina. So big win for them. Of course, that was in the league. They also played a couple of times in the Coppa Italia. They played 4 times last season. Fiorentina winning 3 of them, Atalanta just the 1. Coming into this though, Fiorentina on the back of that 2-2 draw against Monza, Atalanta with a loss, heavy loss to Internazionale. They haven't played a home game yet, have Atalanta, but this is their first. 5-4 on for the victory here, 12-5 the draw, 10-3 Euro away win. I am back in Atalanta to break some hearts here. I'm going to go with a 2-1 win in favour of Atalanta. Next up for us, it is Cagliari taking on Napoli. That's right, coming at you, the Europol Dumas Cagliari, managed by Davide Nicola. 58% form for them right now, sitting in 16th at the table with just 2 points for the season. Up against the Napoli and Antonio Conte, back-to-back wins for them, sitting in 6th spot. Of course, cooking nicely as the season bubbles on. 44 times they have played since 1993. 6 wins for the host, 21 wins for the visitors, 17 draws, that's right. Of course, with the most recent match between these two sides at this very venue, ending up all square 1-1. Napoli are unbeaten against Cagliari over the last 6, picking up 3 wins and 3 draws, and they come into this on the back of a 2-1 win over Parma most recently. Cagliari, though, did lose to Lecce most recently as well, but that match was on the road. They've got an unbeaten home record, have Cagliari thus far this season. Napoli have yet to get a win or a point on the road in the league. The bookings on this one, we are looking at 16-5 is the victory, 13-5 is the draw, 5-4 on Igi Napoli. They should win this one, and I'm going to go with a 2-0 win for Napoli to take the points and move the bloody chains. Next up, head over to Como now as they take on Bologna. That's coming at you this coming, I believe, Saturday, 14th of September, the Stadio Giuseppe Signalia. Como managed by Cesc Fabregas. Not a missed start for them over in Serie A. They spent a bit of money or brought in some big name players, but right now they are not cooking. They're 20th, rock bottom, 17% form for them right now without a win in the last 6. Against Bologna, though, not great start for them either. Vincenzo Italiano in the dugout, 50% form for them, sitting in 18th with just 2 points for the season as well. They have played twice since 2002, 1 win apiece. Of course, that 1 win for Como way back in 2003, 5-1 winners in this same division. Bologna also picking up a win that same calendar year, that same season, 1-0 winners in when they were at home. Bologna with a 1-1 draw against Empoli most recently. Como 1-0 loss to Udinese. They haven't played a home game though, so this could be their start of their season as well. Looking at the odds here, we have Como 13-8 for the victory, 12-5 is the draw, 6-4 is your away win. I am sitting on the fence here with this one. I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw, but another point in the bag for Como. But realistically, they've got to get some wins on the docket, and I think they'll get one soon. But I think Bologna are going to be a little bit too difficult to beat this time around. All right, let's head over to the city of Florence. That's right, as Empoli take on Juventus. That's coming at you this coming Saturday as well. The Carlo Castellani, of course, Empoli managed by Roberto Di Avesta against Juventus and Thiago Motta. Played 28 times these two sides since 1997. 4 wins for Empoli, 20 wins for Juventus, 4 draws, of course. Empoli on 67% form for them at the moment, just 1 defeat in the last 6. They're sitting pretty in 7th with 5 points this season. Up against the Juve side, 67% form for them, also 1 defeat in the last 6. They're sitting in 2nd with 7 points, so just a couple of points separating these two sides. The last time around over at Empoli was a 2-0 win for Juventus, and actually between these two sides over the last 3 is 1-1, lost 1 and drawn 1, so Empoli do have a victory under the belt quite recently, stretching back to May 2023. Empoli on the back of about 1 more draw against Bologna, Juventus with that 0-0 draw against Roma on this one. The bookies will go 10-3 for Empoli, 4-3 on the Juventus, 27-10 is the draw. Of course, we are going to back Juve here, 2-1 win on the road. Big win, then you put the pressure on Internazionale at the top of the table. All right, then let's head over to Genoa now as they take on Roma this coming Sunday, September the 15th. They have played 37 times since 1993. 8 wins for Genoa, 24 wins for Roma, 5 draws as well. The Luigi Ferraris, the venue, Alberto Gallardo, the coach for Genoa, 58% form for them right now, sitting in 10th with just 1 defeat in the last 5. Roma, 50% form for them right now, 1-1, lost 1 and drawn 4 over the last 6, but they are sitting 16th with Daniel De Rossi in charge. Last time around over at Genoa as a 4-1 win for Genoa at this very venue back in September 2023. Genoa on the back of a 2-0 loss at home to Hellas Verona most recently, with Roma picking up a squeaky 0-0 draw against Juventus on the bloody road. It's not been a great start though for Roma in this season. 21-10 is your Genoa, 12-5 is the draw, 23-10 is your Lazio Roma. Again, I can't really give them the win. I've got to go for a draw here, sitting on the fence. 1-1, point apiece. Genoa will be the happy. All right, let's head over to the capital now. It's Lazio taking on Verona, coming at you on Monday, September the 16th. It is Lazio, managed by Marco Baroni, up against Verona, managed by Paolo Zanetti. 27 times they've played since 1997. 14 wins for Lazio, 6 wins for Verona, and 7 draws, of course. Lazio, without a win in the last 3, 8th in the table, 4 points right now. Against the Verona side, punching above their weight, perhaps. 58% form for them, 5th in the table, with 6 points in the calendar for the season so far. Last time around, at this very venue, it was a 1-0 win for Lazio back in April 2024. They are unbeaten against Verona over the last 5, picking up a couple of wins and 3 draws. Verona on the back of that 2-0 win over Genoa. Lazio with a 2-2 draw against Milan at this very venue back on the 31st of August. Tight one, this one. Bookies, though, will go with Lazio 5-3 on for the victory. 17-4 is the away win. 14-5 is the draw. Yeah, realistically, on paper, it should be. Going to go with a home win. 2-0 win. Lazio to take it. Verona look good, though. Under Zanetti. Head on over to Milan now as AC take on Venezia, coming at you on Saturday, August the 14th. Giuseppe Meazza is the venue. 8th times they've played since 1998. 6 wins for Milan, 1 win for Venezia, 1 draw right now. Milan under Paolo Fonseca, 14th for the table, just 2 points for the season, are without a win in the last opening 3 matches. Venezia, 42% forward for them, around there, down into 19th with just 1 point for the season as well. Last time around at this very venue, it was a 2-0 win for Milan, who have won 3 on the spin against Venezia. You can see just the 1 goal in those last 3, scoring what we're looking at 9 goals in those last 3, so averaging 3 goals to their 0, pretty much. Milan with a 2-2 draw most recently against Lazio. Venezia with a 1-0 loss to Torino, and have only scored the 1 goal this season, have Venezia. So realistically, you should be going for the host, I would imagine. The bookies on this one, they are going 7-2 on for your Milan. 92 is the draw, 50-2 is your away win. It'll be a home win. I'm going for a big one as well. 3-1 win in the end. Milan taking it. Venezia taking another L to their name. Next up, it is Monza taking on the champions Internazionale over in Monza. So coming out on Sunday, September the 15th. Monza managed by Alessandro Nesta up against Internazionale managed by Simone Inzaghi. Played 5 times since 2020. 1 win for Monza, 3 for Internazionale, and 1 draw between the 2 sides. Monza without a win in the last 4. 15th in the table, just 2 points for the season. Internazionale sit top with 7th. 7 points right now. Couple of wins in succession to have got them a big old boost as well. Last time around at this very venue was a 5-1 win for Inter, who of course back-to-back wins over Monza, who did have a win under their belt in recent times. Pick up a 1-0 win at Inter back in April 2023. Internazionale back-to-back clean sheets for them, and scored 6 goals without return. Monza on the back of that 2-2 draw against Fiorentina. At the Briatano Stadium it will be, but the match, of course, heavily favoured for the visitors. 15-21 on is your Inter. They are favoured. 13-2 is your host, and 10-3 is the draw. I'm going to go with an Internazionale victory. Squeaky 2-1 win on the road to take it to the house. Parma next as they take on... Who are they taking on? They are taking on Udinese. All right then, folks, let's head over to that very venue. It's Parma against Udinese on Monday night, 16th of September. Ennio Tardini with Fabio Pecha in charge of Parma, who come in on 42% form for them right now. Just 1 defeat in the last 3. 9th in the table with 4 points against Udinese, and Kostas Rinjic, who is, of course, the coach there, sitting pretty in 4th right now. Udinese without a defeat to their name. 7 points. 4th in the table, 75% form for them right now. Last time around at this very venue was a 2-2 draw back in February 2021. Of course, Udinese unbeaten against them in the last couple there, scoring 5 goals as well. Udinese on the back of a successive wins against Lazio and Como most recently. Parma on the back of that 2-1 loss to Napoli. It's going to be a tight one, this one. The bookies will go with Parma 5-4 for the reach, 90-10 is Udinese, and 5-2 is the draw. It's very tight for me. I'm going to sit on the fence one more time. Not shit on the fence, but sit on the fence. A 1-1 draw. And I think Udinese will be happier because it keeps that momentum going, and I'll keep them up in the top end of the table for another weekend. And then finally, folks, we're heading over to Torino as they take on They're taking on Lecce, coming at you on Sunday, September the 15th, at the Stadio Olimpico Torino, who are managed by Paolo Vanoli. Up against Lecce and Luco Gotti. They have played 20 times since 1993. We've got 10 wins for Torino, 5 wins for Lecce, 5 draws as well. Torino, 83% form for them right now, unbeaten in the last 6 matches, looking pretty third in the table with 7 points against the Lecce side. 42% form for them right now, just 1 win in the last 3, 13th in the table. And most recently, they did play at this very venue. It was a 2-0 win for Torino, who are 5 games unbeaten against Lecce, and we haven't conceded a goal against them in the last 4. They come into this on the back of that 1-0 win over Venezia, Lecce, with a 1-0 win over Cagliari most recently. But bookies for here, 4-3 on is Torino, 12-5 is the draw, 7-2 is your away win. That is Lecce. I'm going to go with the hosts here with a 1-0 win, squeaky bum win, but that'll do nicely for Torino, and they might even top the table depending on what goes on elsewhere, folks. That's my picks. Don't forget to get your picks in as well using the link on the screen right about now, and then hopefully we'll see you back next week and see who is top of the table. But until then, subscribe, smash the like, catch you later. But until then, we're done.